What's up? Hit that like button on the way in. Good to see you. Welcome to the Lab After Dark. The only show where the host quits on himself halfway through.
My.
The only show that promotes,
Damn, son.
I don't
Where'd you
know,
find this?
something. Holy moly. Yep. Pee Wee Herman's dead, so that sucks.
Oh my.
I just got word. I don't really care anything about Pee Wee Herman. But, and that guy would have never got on the air today. He was 70 years old. Pee Wee, Pee Wee. Pee Wee, Pee Wee. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Good to be here. Thank you for tuning in to Lab After Dark. It has been a couple of days. I honestly can't remember the last time that I was on After Dark. I can't remember. It had to be at least 4 days ago. Something like that. Something crazy like that. 4? Is it 4? I don't know when it was. It was a long time ago. Yeah, let's see here. I think didn't he get in? I don't really want to get into it, but yeah, he got in trouble for publicly doing stuff that he shouldn't have been doing publicly. I think, but I don't. Like I said, I don't want to get into it because I don't even like him. Not a big fan of the Pee Wee. Anybody whose name's Pee Wee. Herman is a weird name. Yeah, it was. What's up, Bridget? Yeah, Herman is a name all to itself, but then throw in Pee Wee on top of that, and you got yourself one heck of a cocktail of weirdness, you know. Pee Wee Herman, Herman Pee Wee. Like at the Masters, when they call your name, it's last name first, first name last. So you'd be like, Herman Pee Wee. And then everybody would wait. And then Pee Wee Herman would show up, and then you'd be like, well, that's the only guy that I could think of out here that would be named Herman Pee Wee. Herman Pee Wee. Pee Wee Herman. Now batting for imagine being his parents. I don't think that his real name was Pee Wee Herman, but I'm going to, just for the sake of whatever, I'm going to say that it is. And imagine his parents showing up to Little League and they're like, batting ninth in right field. Dun, da, da, da. You know what I mean? Because honestly, like, Pee Wee Herman's not batting third. Now batting, Herman Pee Wee, batting ninth, playing right field in his mandatory 2 innings Because your parents paid for you to play, Herman. Now batting. He gets 1 at bat and 2 innings in the field. Pee Wee Herman. Batter up. Whatever. I don't know. What does he do? Not that important. See, this is Linda says Pee Wee Herman is not his real name. His first name is Paul, and I actually got the last name. Forgot the last name. You're right. I could look it up, but I'm not going to because it's not important to me. And this is all a bit. This is just a joke. I did not never once thought that his real name was Pee Wee Herman. I'm not saying that, but even it being a stage name is stupid. But I'm not going to look it up because I don't care about his name. He's Pee Wee Herman. When I read his name in the paper, it said on TMZ that Pee Wee Herman had died. So that's kind of what I went with. That's all I'm saying. Well, I know his name's not Pee Wee Herman. Like, I get it. I figured that his name was something like, I don't know, Peter Paul. That's just, but that's, that's all I'm saying. It's for a bit. I was just goofing off, And now the bit's ruined. Now batting, Pee Wee Herman. Nobody's going to keep me down. It's my bit, damn it. And I'm going to run it into the ground. I was going somewhere with this. And now I'm not going anywhere with it. Don't joke. Pee Wee Herman. Charge. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care what his I don't care what his name was. I have no idea. I have no use for him. He doesn't exist. Pee Wee wasn't his real name. But even like I'm saying, and I'm going to say this again because I do think that it merits being said again, even coming up with the name Pee Wee Herman as a stage name is still shocking. That's all I'm saying. It's just a weird name. Whether it's if his mother named him that, then that would be a problem. And you'd be like, dang, Mom, why would you do that to your son? You'd call him Pee Wee Herman? No, she didn't do that. She gave him a normal name. He chose his own stage name, Pee Wee. And that should tell you all you need to know about Mr. Pee Wee. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that I didn't watch Pee Wee Herman, but his we Mimi says that he did his best work in the theater. I don't agree with that. I actually think that his comeback role of his life, and I don't know how many of you have seen this movie. I don't know how many of you have heard of this movie. I don't know how many of you give a damn. But his finest work was in a little movie called A Dunstan Checks In. Oh, yeah. Dunstan Checks In. And Dunstan Checks In is a movie about a guy who smuggles a an orangutan into a 5-star hotel, and the orangutan crawls on the outside of the building and robs people while they're out. That's what the movie's based on. Now, Pee Wee Herman is the animal wrangler. Okay. Pee Wee Herman is there to wrangle this animal, this orangutan. I don't know why I said it like that. Orangutan. That's very pronunciated. Orangutan. I'm going to say it too many times and it's going to be weird. But anyway, his name was Dunstan and he checks in. Dunstan checks in. And he was an orangutan. And he was owned by this like brutal Yugoslavian dictator. I don't know. English, maybe? Could have been from Oregon. I don't know. And in the movie, I remember it very clearly because I've watched this movie a million times. Dunstan was a cross-dresser. I saw him dress up like a woman. He even put on lipstick. In the movie, he was a masseuse. He did a lot of really cool things. And George Costanza is in it. I remember that. I remember George Costanza. He wore a toupee in that one. I liked that a lot. I loved that he wore he wore a toupee. And he brought his classically trained whatever. I don't know. Dunstan checks in. And so then they brought in Pee Wee Herman to Dunstan checks in. And he killed it. He really did. He was absolutely the savior of that movie, besides Dunstan, because the little kid couldn't act for nothing. I mean, he sucked. He was terrible. And then the older brother, the angst, the fighting with dad. I have angst. Mom loves me more than dad. That arc really should have taken a back seat to Dunstan doing much more cross-dressing in the movie because that's what he liked to do. He liked to dress up like an old lady. And he just wasn't allowed to be himself as much. And then they tried to kill him because of Pee Wee Herman. And that wasn't cool at all. But anyway, I did not intend to talk about Pee Wee Herman, nor did I intend to talk about Dunstan checks in. Although now that it's brought up, I'll add it to my watch list because I haven't seen it since probably Christmas of last year, something like that. It's been a while. But yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. Good. Yeah, exactly, Bridget. Good little tangent. I don't know where it comes from. Ernest is different. And by the way, Ernest is a normal name. Like Ernest is a name that your mother would give you. Yeah, that's right. December 2022. So like 8 months ago. It's been a while. It's been a good 8 or 9 months since I've seen Ernest. Or not Ernest. I watched Ernest a couple weeks ago. Was it the greatest one of all time? Ernest Goes to Camp. All right, but none of that's important. Moving on to things that don't matter. More things that don't matter, and that's kind of what I've. I don't. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. People think that the physical things is what's within. I've been there before. But that life's a bore. Okay. So full. I like that song a lot. I didn't mean to start singing that out loud. Not as eloquently as I did. But anyway, Celeste says that she's only here for the bears. Well, I was going to talk about I don't know if any of you saw the video of this bear in China standing up like a human, and then people are like, "Oh my God, it's a human in a bear suit," which I don't know why the hell anybody would do that. I have no clue why a zoo wouldn't just put a real bear in there. Why they would put a person in there. I don't know. But they're like, "Oh, it stands on its legs. It stands straight up and it waves at people." And it's like, dude, yeah, it's a sun bear. Like, that's what it is. It's a sun bear, and that's what they do. People think that it's just so weird. And then it's like, oh, it's taking the internet by storm. By storm? I don't know if it's taking it by storm. I think there's a lot of people that really believe that it's really it's a bear. Like, there's nothing more to it. It's a friggin' bear. I absolutely did not get raptured. I probably could show you, even though I'm trying to do an audio thing tonight, not a visual. That's kind of what I'm trying to do tonight, a little audio. But it's hard to talk about stuff and then not show people. Let's see here. This is kind of this will be interesting to say the least.
Is denying that a bear at a zoo.
Hold on.
Is actually a human in a costume. Questions arose after a video went viral showing a bear standing and seemingly begging for treats.
Which, by the way, is sad to me.
And it's easy to see why people think this is not a bear. His backside looks to be an ill-fitting costume. He appears to be wearing Birkenstocks. And, he's standing on his hind legs like, what's the deal with captivity? Zoo officials would not answer questions when asked if their bears were real, but did invite reporters to the park to see for themselves. China has been accused of making large dogs look like wolves, or donkeys look like zebras, or surveillance look like social media. But in an insane twist,
oh my goodness.
These might actually be real bears. They're called Malaysian sun bears, who apparently are known for looking like dudes who used to be in emo bands.
Yeah, it was the Birkenstocks that gave it away, right?
Unreal, right? But yeah, those are.
I don't
This
know.
is the thing. So for me, it was the giveaway was when he bent over. He
That it
bends
was
over,
real.
His back, like the bear's back, turns in a way that.
I'm glad you said the.
I'll tell you what it was for me. The dead giveaway. The dead giveaway to me was when it was in a zoo begging for food. That was what kind of clued me. But
bear's back? Because I
The
wasn't.
bear's back.
Wasn't
I think
sure
it's.
which
I
way
think
you
it's
were
real.
going.
No, I
But
think it's
you think it's a
100%
bear?
real. I think it's a bear. The way the back bent
It's
over,
called the sun bear. Like they're weird. They're weird little things.
I think that was the sell for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
If you just see the still, because this is why how the internet is such a messed up place. A lot of it is just that people are sharing is just the image, one
Yeah.
single picture. When you don't see him move, it certainly does look like
I mean,
a guy
it's
named Kevin who's just wearing an outfit. So.
How does the guy on screen right here, this fella, he looks like he's 45 and 15 at the same time. I don't know what
The non-
A lot that
I couldn't.
like how old is he? I have no clue. If you were to ask me what the guy on the screen's age is, I wouldn't know where to start. I would say somewhere around 23, but then I'd also say somewhere around 53. I have no clue how old this man is. And I've never felt like that in my life. I've never been more confused about how old somebody is. It's nothing. It's not anything. I have no clue. It's not both. I don't know what it is. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And there's two things on the screen right now. And I could give you a better guess how old that bear was than how old he is. I have no clue how old he is. That really narrows it down. I would even drop that. I think that he looks, at some points, he looks like he's 15. So he's 15 to 55. That's the age range I'm going with. I never want to know how old he is. But look at him. I don't know how old he is. Nobody does. He doesn't even know how old he is. I've never seen, it's like The Curious Case of Benjamin Button News Edition. He's the guy that you would card and not card at the same time when he buys alcohol. Like he'd be like, "Can I see your ID?" "Oh no, never mind. Wait, let me see." And then he'd turn a little bit like, "Yeah, I need to see it." And he's like, "Okay, as he's reaching for it, you go, "Nah, I don't need to see it." "Yeah, I need to see it." "No, I don't." You would never know if he actually, you know what I'm saying? Like he would be like, "Oh, let me get these cigarettes and let me get these, a little chew and some beer." And be like, "All right, I'm going to need to see your ID." "Never mind. You're good. You sure you don't want?" "Yeah, let me just take a peek at it." "Are you sure?" "Yeah." "How sure are you?" "I'm pretty sure." "Never mind. You're good." Yeah? Yeah, let me see. Let me see your ID. Let me take a look. I need to see. And I don't know what's throwing me off about him. I'm less concerned about the human bear than I am Geraldo Rivera's little brother or older brother for that matter. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Linda gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Linda. Me. And then we got Gwen as well. Yeah, the bear is the least problematic thing on the screen. I'm really having a problem. I really don't. I really, if you were to ask me, look, he's probably somewhere, and I'm being dead serious when I say this. He's probably somewhere around 40, 13-ish, 4, carry the 1. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be hard to even guess, to be honest. 14-ish plus 45. The hair throws the hair's throwing me off too. There's not a lot about this that's not throwing me off. But and this isn't, I'm not making fun of his appearance. I just don't know how old he is. He's a nice looking young old man. But I just don't know how old he is. You're right, Mimi. It is deceiving. That's for sure. I don't quite get what's going on here. It doesn't make much sense to me. 30. I don't know. I think that he's young, but like it's his hair. He looks like a cross between Geraldo Rivera and Ellen DeGeneres. Like if they had a baby, I think. I don't know. Something like that. I know. I don't know. I just whatever. Yeah, but they are they're actually really skinny bears. Like really waxed eyebrows. It's a combination. It's a combination of everything. But yeah, they're not very big, these bears, but they're odd looking. It could be a wig. I've never thought about that. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, okay. I'll say that. Somebody said it was wearing Birkenstocks. Those don't look like Birkenstocks. People are so dramatic. The bear's not wearing Birkenstocks. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But it's an alien in a bear suit. It's something. Yeah, he was like, exactly. Cause I got your picture, I'm in it with you. Dear Maria, come me in. It's a story at the bottom of this bottle and I'm the pen. I don't know. It's I don't know what I have no idea. Who knows? But I do feel bad for the bear. All right, that's enough of that. And she. Yeah, that's a good. I never thought. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's funny. That exactly. I remember that. Oh man, has anybody been like? Has everybody been watching YouTube lately? It's been out of like people are crazy. People just love it, man. They're just like fist fighting and suing each other and oh my god. I mean, I got to be honest. It's not even like good. It's not even good drama. That's the thing. Like good drama and bad drama, like drama that's, and it's funny because when the people are creating this drama, it's my favorite. They'll say like, oh, I wish we didn't have to do this, or oh, I wish we didn't have to do that, or it's like we don't like they don't exist without drama, meaning they can say that they don't want drama. People say they don't want drama all the time. I don't want drama. I don't want drama. But they're the ones, in fact, that, like, maybe they don't want it, but they accept it. But like I said, it's not even good drama. It's not even good arguments. It's not even good debates. It's not good anything. It's just like a bunch of nonsense. And I'm not talking about anybody specific or one specific situation. I'm just talking about in general. I've been wondering why I don't know why we love drama or conflict so much, especially drama and conflict that doesn't affect our lives, meaning it's not our drama or our conflict. It's never, it's one thing if you're sticking up for yourself. Like if the two people want to have a conversation, then they can have a conversation. But 500 people need to watch it and witness it in real time. And then another, 5,000 will see it later. Well, yeah, Love America. That's what I'm talking about. Some people create drama to have it to complain about, of course, because it is the ultimate content. It is the ultimate emotion. For most people, but not the people that do this on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those kind of people are just kind of in it. So, that's just like what they do. They have these like shifting, shallow emotions, and just need to be the center of attention or whatever it is. It's, and then they say things like, or they just exaggerate their emotions, but it's all really shallow. At the same time, it's really shallow. It really is shallow. And look, I love to watch two people go at it in a decent way. I mean, I don't like watching people physically, fist fight when they keep. Maybe in high school, you'd be like, oh, yeah, there's going to be a fight after school. But that's since gone away. But if they were actually debating something worth debating or screaming about something worth screaming about, I'm always for that. But, that's not what we get anymore. just kind of boring. And I think that some people, not specifically just on here, but I don't know. I don't know how many, and I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I don't know how many of you know anything about histrionic personality disorder, but I think there's a lot of people on the internet, not specifically just YouTube, but in general, that kind of take that personality disorder to the masses, and it serves them well to create chaos and drama and to fight with people. They kind of turn their what's considered a disorder into their overall personality. And it's just intense and unstable type swings, emotions. But it's also like manufactured. Like most of it's manufactured. And it's not that they're not upset, but they're overly upset about something. They pretend to be overly upset. Like, remember they'll just go back to meaningless situations and freak out about it. Nah, histrionic, it doesn't. It's more of a theatrical vibe. That's what it is. It's dramatic, theatrical. Yeah, and I think that's part of it. But the problem is when you feed the beast, and we all do, including me. Absolutely do. Because oh yeah, like they're fighting. I'm like, yeah. What are they fighting about? And usually it's not anything worth a damn. And then the people that are fighting don't know what they're fighting about. And, Gwen asks a great question, and I get asked this question a whole lot. Do you think it's real or for views? Now, two things can be true at one time. I think it's real, and I think it's for views. I think that the reason these fights happen is because they'll blow a situation out of proportion. They'll blow a situation out of proportion, and then they'll capitalize on blowing that situation out of proportion by pretending that they're overly outraged. I'm highly outraged. Highly outraged, and pretend to be highly outraged for whatever reason. Maybe they are. Probably not. I always wonder, imagine if something real happened to some people that act that way. And until something, when I mean real, is something in their life happens, that just shakes your foundation. It shakes you to your core. What's going to happen? Like, what happens then? Are you on the same spectrum of outrage, or are you, different? Like, how are you going to handle something real instead of somebody calling you an asshole on the internet? Because a lot of people get called that on the internet. Lisa says, some of these people have lost my respect because, as they're saying, I don't do drama, I hate it here, are bringing so much drama to their channel, blaming so. Why not just say that you like it? Not you, Lisa. I'm just saying, whoever, like, yeah, I like it. I love the smoke. Like, let's fight. But at least, like, have something to fight about, something to stand for and fight about. Not this bull, like, baloney, you know, fake whatever. That's what I don't like. If you're about the drama, then you're about the drama. If you're not about the drama, then don't pretend to be. But you're right, Lisa. The people say, well, I don't want drama. If you ever hear, it's like the person that says, I'm not racist, but, and usually whenever somebody says, I'm not racist, but, they're about to say some of those racist shit you've ever heard. Not necessarily meaning that they're racist, but what they're going to say would probably be considered racist. And if you're going to say, well, I'm not about the drama, but, well, you're about to get a lot of drama. But, you know, once again, we could talk about this at another time, but, you know, this whole racist thing, the word itself has lost so much meaning because everybody's considered a racist now. If you have anything even if you joke controversial, if you say something that people are offended by, then instead of you just saying something that's offensive, you're a hateful racist. That's just how it goes. But the problem is, when you want to actually have something worth fighting for or standing up for, then, you know, nobody really cares that much. Nobody cares that much because not like it's played out, you know. Hi, Gail. Thank you so much, Gail. Appreciate that. Yeah, with all due respect, I'm about to say some disrespectful stuff or, you know, whatever that is. I mean, there's so many people out there that, you know, oh my God, I don't do drama, but I'm not a hater, but I'm not a this, but look, I'm not a Republican, but, you know, January 6th was a lot of fun or, you know, whatever. That's just a stupid example. I'm not a Democrat, but I like small windows. You know, but well, just say what you are. Just be who you are. What you are is what you are. It is what it is. Like that, and that's a stupid saying too, but in this case, it's true. It is being the subject what it is. The subject, it is what it is. There's nothing more to it. You like drama, you like drama. You don't like drama, you don't like drama. But don't say you like drama and then continue to pop smoke every chance that you get. I don't necessarily like drama. You know, I'm one of those guys that say, look, I don't want a problem. But if somebody wants a problem, I say no problem. I don't want to start anything. I'll defend myself. People say, well, Josh, just ignore it. It's better. It's better for you. It's not better for me. And I ignore 90% of the things that people say about me. And 10% you can't. Sometimes you do have to stand up for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to stand up for other people as well. Sometimes you have to stand up for other people that you never think that you were ever going to stand up for. Right is right, wrong is wrong. That's a fact. There's very little gray area when it comes to right and wrong. I think we all can understand what's right and what's wrong. It's a very simple concept until you're put in an area of, well, you know, is your family home? A robber breaks in. A robber breaks into, you know, your house, and they got a gun to you, and they say, "Where are your kids?" And you say, "Well, they're not here." Well, is that a lie? Yeah. If the kids are there, it's a lie. Is it wrong? No. So, is it okay to lie? No. Is this an extreme example? Yes. So, you know, when people talk about gray areas, that's the kind of thing that they're talking about. Well, you know, for the safety of your family, it might be okay to lie. Now, it definitely is okay. You know, God's going to forgive you at the gate. And that's a fact. God will forgive you at the gate if you tell a little fib or do's when it comes to protecting your family. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it, but yet, you know, we're just fighting constantly to fight, just an ongoing fight. Everybody's rotten, everybody's mean, everybody's pissed off, everybody's feisty, everybody's this and everybody's that. And look, there's nobody, and I'll tell you this right now. In all honesty, nobody argues better than I do. I'm the world's worst, best arguer, not debater. We're not talking about debating. We're talking about arguing. You want to argue? Oh, I can argue. It's not going to be a great argument, but I'm going to annoy the hell out of you. I'm going to plug my ears and go, la, 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 and people go, "Oh, you're a kid." And I go, "You're a kid." Because if we're fighting about kid stuff, I'm going to fight like a kid. I'm going to go, "Oh, you're so childish. You're so childish." Grow up. Grow up. You're an idiot. I'm an idiot. My favorite. I'm great at it. Because at that point, my goal's not to beat you with my intellect. My goal is to get you out of my face and realize what you're doing is futile. Josh argues like a kid. Well, it depends if what we're arguing about. If we're arguing about kid stuff, yeah. If we're arguing about something of substance that actually needs to be argued about, then no. Just argue like a kid. Think that bothers me? You think that bothers me? No, it doesn't bother. Why would it bother me? That's because it doesn't. But if we're going to argue about something of substance, something that actually needs to be argued or defended or whatever you want to call it, then yeah, that's different. I'll do that. We can have a real conversation, and if it gets heated, it gets heated. Some of you have seen me talk with Don Wells live on the air, and gets contentious and heated, and that was, to me, probably an important conversation to keep your cool. And I tried my best, but I didn't go. Maybe a couple times I did. Yeah, I mean, I'll do that too. I'll do that too. But I mean, if you're going to talk to me about something else that means nothing, then I'm not going to give it a real go. I don't have to. I'll never do that because I don't care about petty stuff. I don't care. You know, I tell my kids that all the time. You know, they come to me with their problems, like every child does. And even though, to me, when they're telling me something and I go, oh my God, that's so ridiculous, or that's so not important, or in the grand scheme of life, this doesn't matter. That's just how I feel. You know, other people feel different. And like I said, I've been through the stuff that they've been through. So their thoughts and their feelings aren't invalidated because it's just not that big of a deal to me. But most of the time, look, if it's important, it's important. If it's not, it's not. To you. Now, if they feel like, you know, it's important to the person that you care about, well, that's different. But you also can't just go around going, oh, well, you know, yeah. Everything's a big deal. No, it's not. Everything's a big deal. Not everything's worth a fight. Not everything's worth an argument. Not everything's worth listening to. Like what I'm saying right now is just me talking, ranting, you know, my advice. I don't know if this is advice. This is just me thinking out loud and how I feel about stuff. But I think that there are people that do somewhat think like me. And then there's some people that think completely the opposite, which is fine as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like to walk away, I guess. I don't know. after I mock the situation, depending on how, you know, if it's real, it's real. But yeah, there are these people that have this disorder, and then they put it on display for the world. You know, and it can be from a ton of different reasons. It can be genetics, it can be childhood trauma, it can be, you know, parents, and it's kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those disorders that gradually gets worse and worse and worse until one day you find yourself all alone in your house screaming into an echoey house because you've ran everybody away. Yeah, when YouTube's not around anymore and you don't have these soft landing spots and the people that once told you you were good and special and whatever, they don't exist anymore, well then, those days are over. And you become incredibly bitter and you become incredibly lonely. So, and a lot of times when the mics go off or the cameras go off and people are done ranting and raving about other people's lives, which happens all the time, ranting and raving about other people's lives, they close their browser down and they are exactly what I just described, a lonely, angry person. And that's not a fun thing to be. Even if you know that you are, nobody wants to be that way. They just say, well, that's how I am. Well, the reason that's how they are is because they don't know how to be anything different. So, of course, the answer is going to be, well, that's just how I am. Love America says, I have to let small stuff go, give energy to what matters, what I can control for mental health. I agree with that. Is a good way to be. Yeah, they certainly do say that. Yeah, letting small stuff go, I think is a good thing. But, people love drama. They love to fight. But the problem is the fights aren't over anything good. And then when the fights, when you kind of reach your limit with somebody and then you get so pissed off and then you go, well, what about when you did this or when you stole my boyfriend or you crashed my car or when you were drunk or just start bringing up tons of old stuff. Then, it starts to cut deep. And then the people that are willing to go there are psychotic publicly. It's crazy to do stuff like that. It's a crazy thing to do. And I don't say crazy lightly, and I'm not trying to be mean to anybody, but it is an unhealthy, unnatural, crazy thing to do. It's crazy. That's why people watch it, because they go, holy shit, that MFer's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, we're all watching, go, oh my God, I can't believe that person just did that. That's why we watch. I guess we're watching unhinged people do things publicly. When somebody's willing to make an ass out of themselves in public, people are going to watch. That doesn't mean people like you. That just means people are watching. You don't want to bring that stuff. It's nuts. The most nuts. All right, we'll be right back after these words. Ladies and gentlemen, Let's talk about one of the most iconic and polarizing hairstyles in history, the magnificent mullet. Ah, yes, the mullet. A hairstyle that defies the rules of fashion, blurs the line between business and party, and leaves us all wondering, is it business in the front and party in the back? Or is it the other way around? The mullet with its short crop front and its cascading party at the back has captured the imaginations of generations. It's a true symbol of individuality, a rebellious declaration that says, I don't conform to society's norms. I make my own rules. From the 80s rock stars who proudly flaunted their mullets on stage to the 90s sitcom characters who sported them with flair, the mullet has had its moment in the spotlight. But let's be real here. Love it or hate it, the mullet cannot and will not be ignored. It's a haircut that defies time itself. You know, it's been around for ages when you see old family photos and you find your dad proudly rocking that classic mullet like it's the crowning glory of his existence. And then just when you think the mullet is destined for the back page of the history books, it resurfaces in all of its glory, making a comeback in the world of fashion and pop culture. So why does the mullet continue to elicit such strong reactions? Is it the boldness, the audacity of combing two drastically different hair lengths into one single statement? Or is it the nostalgia, the reminder of time when fashion was wild and hair dared to be untamed? Look, whatever it is, there's something undeniably charming about the mullet. It's the ultimate hair paradox, defying conventional aesthetics and leaving us all wondering, how can something be so strangely appealing and utterly perplexing at the same time? Tonight, let's celebrate the audaciousness of the mullet. Let's tip our hats to the brave souls who dared to rock it, turning heads and defying expectations. Whether you're a devoted fan or a fierce critic, one thing's for sure, the mullet's here to stay, and it's not going anywhere without a fight. So my friends, embrace the mullet spirit. Let your hair down literally. And remember, there's a little bit of party in all of us, waiting to be unleashed with the right amount of business in the front. Well, you know the rest. Let's hear it for the mullet, a hairstyle that is as unique as the individual who wears it. And remember, life may be short, but the party in the back, that's eternal. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. That's enough. Too much clapping. Stop. It's enough already. God. Yeah, it was actually, I actually gave that speech at a UN summit many, many years ago. I literally just play that because I had to pee. Now, that is a non-paid commercial. Non-paid, obviously. Josh can make anything sound inspirational. I don't know about that, but, I don't mind the mullet. I'm not a hater of the mullet. I don't think today is National Mullet Day. It's just me doing what I like to do, what I like to talk about. Well, thank you, Love America. I love you too. It's very nice of you. Yeah. That's right. Salute to the mullet. Absolutely. And that's something worth fighting about. You know, if you like it, then you like it. If you don't, you don't. You can already see the division that the mullet is causing just here amongst friends. People are turning on each other left and right. Sides are being drawn like it's a intramurals basketball game at recess. Can already see it happening. So Mimi doesn't seem to be a fan of the mullet. I can understand that. I really can. What a great comment, horsewoman. Sides are being cut. The sides are being cut and the front as well, but not the back. How dare you cut the back? Don't you dare cut the back. Now batting, Pee Wee Herman. Playing left field. Actually, right field. Right field gets the least amount of action. Yeah, I remember Rat Tails. I remember Rat Tails. I had a cousin that had it was down to his butt. He braided it. It was honestly ridiculous. He loved it though. Like and we were always like, dude, why do you have that? He's like, dude, I love it. He eventually cut it. I think he got caught in a radiator or something. And I think he was forced to cut it or something like that. I don't know. Got suspended for school for whipping somebody with it. Like he would just spin around and hit people in the face with his rat tail. Thing hurt. Had been a casualty. I think that's why he had it. It was so he could hit people with it. That was my theory. My theory was women didn't like it because there's no way that women would like that, nor men for that matter. Men or nobody likes it. Nobody likes a rat tail, and that's the thing. We can fight over the mullet. We can fight over anything else. But one thing that's not debatable is rat tails are made for rats, not lab rats, just rats. Nobody likes a rat tail. The only people that like rat tails are the people that are wearing them. Nobody else likes them. And if your parent if you're a parent and you've made your child have a rat tail, like he's your own personal Cabbage Patch Kid, then you should go to jail for common sense. All right. Sorry, Denise. Didn't see you there. Well, see, a mohawk's different. Denise said, my son had a rat tail. He was made to cut it because the wrestling coach complained it was intimidating. I don't know if that was the reason, but I'm glad that he handled it with kid gloves. A rat tail is just the smallest piece of hair in the back, the very back of your hair. Everything else is cut and you grow it out. It's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in your life. That's not fair. It was a hit and cool to have. Okay, in the 80s, maybe, sure. This isn't the 80s, nor is it the 90s, nor is it the early 2000s. I'll give you the 80s. Look, people were doing a lot of crack cocaine in the 80s. I'm cool with that. The 80s are the 80s. But, you know, it's not the 80s. I'd give it to you through the 90s. But they still weren't that popular. I had people saying that they're popular. They were not popular. Rat tails were not popular, were they? Yes, I did. Well, sort of. I don't know what your definition of a bowl cut is, but it was something like the guy, like the kids on Home Improvement. You got to braid the rat tail. They were popular when I was in school. Define popular. What you saw, like 4 kids had them. I don't know if that's popular. I mean, I get it. It's acceptable. But, you know, popular? I don't know if they're popular. The Cool Boys. Camp Life. The Cool Boys had a tail and mullets came after, and yes, the braid made it. Look, if you're going to have a rat tail, it absolutely has to be braided. But that really doesn't do anything for the disgustingness of it. Yeah, the Bad Boys had rat tails. Sick. The Bad Boys had rat tails. No, for real. I'm 50 in junior high. Well, okay, yeah, the 80s. I agree. I'm not saying I don't think that they were popular like you got like people are saying they were. I don't think mullets were ever. Oh no, I know mullets were popular. I don't think rat tails were super popular. I mean, they're, you know, define popular. Because even back then, I think people were like, oh my God, that person, you know, Love America is right. If somebody had a rat tail, there was a 93% chance that they had already been to juvenile hall. Well, I mean, I was born at the end of 1985. So I had like I said, the typical whatever it was, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's just a normal haircut, I think. I don't know. Popular. I don't know, but it's not popular. Popular is like a word that would describe something that a lot of people like. I don't think that there was a lot of people that liked mullets. No, I never had a mullet. Even back then, I knew that it was a mistake. I don't know what undercuts are. What's an undercut? Braided beards are gross too. Any hair that's like, yeah. Braided beards are sick. There used to be that UFC referee that would have to like tuck his braided beard into his shirt. It used to make me nauseous because he would jump on people during the fights and like his like braided beard would be laying across their face or something. It was just disgusting. It used to drive me nuts. And then finally they made him started tucking it into his polo or whatever it was. Guy could have put them in his pocket. He had two of them. It was two nasty, disgusting braids. Used to make me want to vomit. Undercut, shaved with long on the thigh. Yeah, I've had that. Objectionable hearsay says that you can say that rat tails hit its popularity in the 80s. Well, you could say that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to show you this monster, this disgusting human. Look at that thing. Sick. It's absolutely filth. Yeah. That guy refs UFC. Like the hell is that? He needs to tuck that bad boy. It's not that serious. It's too much. Guy's a referee. Sick. Yeah, it's very real. It is very, very real. Personally, I've never seen a rat tail. Yeah, well. I don't know how long it took him, but it's disgusting. Would say more rat tails? I don't think so. No, those are real. That's his handlebar mustache. It's filthy. Absolutely filthy. but yeah, he would have to tuck him in, and it was just the whole situation was ghastly, really. You would have your hair short and a piece is longer. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Jess. Yeah, it is. It's very gross. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. No joke. No joke. Dreads gross you. Yeah, no, I like dreads. Cause you can keep them, you can keep dreads clean. It's not like it used to be. People can pull off dreads and look really good in them. But like the ones that have like the one dread, oh my God. Not a fan of the one dread. Or Pee Wee Herman for that matter. Now batting, the bald guy with a handlebar mustache, bearded, braided down to his pockets. Harry McHarrison. Something like that. Harry McHarrison. Hair McHair. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. I have talked about absolutely nothing tonight. Nothing of substance. And that's awesome. Although we did.
I was actually just sitting down to pee, but but whatever, you know.
Yeah. I always like that one. Turn him upside down. I've seen that guy, that UFC ref. He actually used to fight UFC. Dude was an absolute dog.
You got Aiden Dennis, dog. Dodie Devon, dog. Sir Hale, dog. He scored 5 touchdowns against Southside. RJ Hogue, dog. Sam Kale, I didn't even know he played running back, but he's a dog. Evan Linker, man, dog. And then Quinn Roach, he plays baseball, but he gets after it. Quinn Roach is a dog.
Yeah, he was, man. That guy was a dog. I watched him fight. Are you pulling off a PG hiding behind a pick? Yeah, I guess you could say that. I just didn't turn my camera on. And I don't think I'm gonna. Because I'm a dog.
You got Aiden Dennis, dog. Dodie Devon, dog.
It's true.
Sir Hale, dog.
Yeah, he's a dog too. Absolute dogs. I don't know. Just didn't turn it on. No other reason than didn't turn it on. I just didn't turn it on. Maybe I should do that more often.
He scored 5 touchdowns against Southside. RJ Hogue, dog.
Kind of like it. Kind of like it. Maybe that'll be my new thing.
Sam Kale, I didn't even know he played running back, but he's a dog.
Dog.
Evan Linker, man, dog.
Dog.
And then Quinn Roach, he plays baseball, but he gets after it. Quinn Roach is a dog.
Dog. Absolute dog. Celeste says, I didn't really notice. BC says, no, why not? You know what I look like. You can see my face. There's my face right there. That's me. If you're looking, look, if you're just listening, that's fine. Keep your eyes closed. Go night nights. But that on that avatar, if you're looking on that avatar, that's me and my dog.
You got Aiden Dennis, dog.
You got me and Otis, my dog.
Dodie Devon, dog.
Otis and I, my dog.
Sir Hale, dog.
So you can see my face. You're looking at my face. You can see it. Me and my dog.
He scored 5 touchdowns against Southside. RJ Hogue, dog.
And so there you go.
Sam Kale, I didn't even know he played running back, but he's a dog.
Yeah. Otis Diaz, dog.
Evan Linker, man, dog.
Otis Diaz,
And then Quinn Roach, he plays baseball, but he gets after it. Quinn Roach is a dog.
dog. Dog. Can't see your facial expressions. really have any right now. Just assume that on the stupid stuff I make a weird face, and on the intelligent stuff I nod my head. That's what a dog would do.
You got Aiden Dennis, dog. Dodie Devon, dog.
Dog. He's a dog. Yeah, pretend it's radio, people. Yeah.
Sir Hale, dog. He scored
Dog?
5.
Love my dog. I have 2 dogs. I love both my dogs.
touchdowns against Southside. RJ Hogue, dog.
They are my little children.
Sam Kale, I didn't even know he played running back, but he's a dog.
They're very cute. I had to give them both a bath the other day, which was an absolute nightmare. Because Macho didn't like it. Otis liked it and then kept refusing to get out. I was trying to get him out, but he liked the warm water. And I was like, dude, come on. Like, we've been down here too long. He started flooding the water. The dog did.
Evan Linker, man, dog.
And I was just like, come on, dude. It's enough. I don't have a huge zit, Debbie.
And then Quan Roach, he plays baseball, but he gets after it. Quan Roach is a dog.
So, like, Macho wanted out, and Otis wanted to stay in. And it just pissed me off. It was annoying. And then the first thing that Macho does is he drags his fat belly across the dirt.
You got Aiden Dennis, dog.
And stared at me while he did it. He didn't care one little bit. Just stared at me just like a dog.
Dodie Devon, dog.
Just like, you know who I am? I'm an absolute dog.
Sir Hale, dog. He
I was just like, dude, come on, man.
scored 5 touchdowns against Southside. RJ Hogue, dog.
And then you got Otis running around, jumping up and down, getting everything wet. Another dog.
Sam Kale, I didn't even know he played running back, but he's a dog.
My sister had a rat tail. I don't what I've never heard of that. Your sister had just a rat, like her head was shaved and she had a rat tail? That's impressive.
Evan Linker, man, dog.
Absolute. That is a straight up dog move.
And then Quan Roach, he plays baseball, but he gets after it. Quan Roach is a dog.
Dog. An absolute dog. Yeah, they just, they don't listen. They never have. And they don't care to listen. They never have cared to listen. My
You got
dog
Aiden Dennis, dog.
looks at me and hops out and shakes all over, then runs off. That's your typical dog.
Dodie Devon, dog.
What's the question? Can my dog skate? Can your dog skate? Nope.
Sir Hale, dog.
They can't do anything. Nothing. Dog the Bounty Hunter's name is named
He
Dog
scored 5 touchdowns against Southside. RJ Hogue, dog.
because it's God backwards. Is that true? Is that why Dog does that?
Sam Kale, I didn't even know he played running back, but he's a dog.
I thought it was Nacho. Nope, it's Macho. It is Macho. At least it wasn't his ass on the carpet. Well, it wasn't at that time.
Evan Linker, man, dog.
Not that time it wasn't. Yep, it is Nacho. Mine love them, but one refuses to have nails clipped. That's your typical dog.
And then Quinn Roach, he plays baseball, but he gets after it. Quinn Roach is a dog.
Dog. Absolute dog. Macho, macho. I sing that to him all the time. I sing that to him constantly, and he loves it. He takes his little fat face and he just turns and tilts his head and looks at me like, I love you, Dad.
Oh, my.
That was the wrong button. It was supposed to be the dog button. Although that fit well.
You got Aiden Dennis, dog.
Yeah. What a night.
Dodie Devon, dog.
Yeah, you really do. You probably have to spray him with like disinfectant. By the way, there are creators that should use avatars, but you're not one of them. It's almost 2 a.m. That's all. I just didn't turn it on. I look the same. I look like I always do. But thank you. I appreciate that. It's very nice. It's very nice. Now batting.
Sir Hale, dog. He scored 5 touchdowns against Southside. RJ Hogue, dog. Sam Kale, I didn't even know he played running back. He's a dog. Evan Linker, man, dog.
Yeah. It's pretty 90 to 9. Oh, okay, I got you. Sometimes the chat's a little bit behind. Let's see. I need 5 more likes to 100. I know you guys like me a little more than that. And this is honestly, this is a great internet radio show. Okay. It's top notch. Top notch. Just kidding. But, just a couple more likes and I'll appreciate you very much. Not that I don't anyway. I do appreciate you. I appreciate all of you being here as well. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you next time here on Lab After Dark. Take care.
Oh, my.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And then Quinn Roach, he plays baseball, but he gets after it. Quinn Roach is a dog.
Oh, my.
we got Aiden Dennis, dog. Dodie Devon, dog. Sir Hale, dog. He scored 5 touchdowns against Southside. RJ Hogue, dog. Sam Kale, I didn't even know he played running back, but he's a dog. Evan Linker, man, dog. And then Quinn Roach, he plays baseball, but he gets after it. Quinn Roach is a dog.